LM Solutions Music presents. Welcome, music lovers across the world. Ever wonder how the lively beats of Latin music came to be? Let's unfold the story of its roots. A fascinating blend of indigenous, African, and European influences, Latin music is the embodiment cultural convergence. Our journey starts with the indigenous peoples of Latin America. Their music, filled with rhythmic patterns and wind instruments, served as a base for what was to come. It was the arrival of the Europeans, however, that added a new layer to the soundscape. They brought stringed instruments like the guitar and the violin, and their music forms like the fandango, which introduced the concept of dance music. Now, let's not forget about the African influence. With their arrival in the Americas, the Africans brought rhythmic complexity and unique instruments. Drums like the conga, bongos, and timbales, as well as the clave, a pair of wooden sticks, became staples in Latin music. Their music, rich in call and response vocals, and their dances, full of energy and passion, greatly influenced early forms of Latin music. Among these early forms were son, rumba, and bolero. Son, a fusion of Spanish and African music, is characterized by its syncopated beats and improvisation. Rumba, on the other hand, is purely Afro-Cuban, with its percussive beats and passionate dance. And then there's bolero, a slower, romantic genre that introduced the concept of the love song to Latin. Over the centuries, these early forms have evolved, incorporating various instruments and adapting to changing trends. Claves, bongos, and timbales, along with guitars and violins, have become the heartbeat of Latin music, providing the infectious rhythms that make us want to dance. So the roots of Latin music are as diverse and vibrant as the music itself. Now, let's delve into how it evolved over time. As we step into the 20th century, Latin music enters its golden age, a period of vibrant creativity and cultural fusion. The years from the 1930s to the 1960s saw Latin music explode onto the global stage. This was the time when the world began to sway to the rhythm of salsa, the vivacious beats of Latin bands, and the mesmerizing charm of Afro-Cuban jazz music. Salsa, a musical genre born of the Caribbean's vibrant culture and African rhythms, began to take shape. Its intoxicating rhythm, combined with the passion of its lyrics, made it a fever that caught the world in its sway. From New York to Buenos Aires, from Tokyo to Johannesburg, dance floors pulsated to the beat of salsa. Parallelly, Latin bands were making their mark, blending traditional Latin rhythms with elements of jazz and swing. These bands brought Latin music into the mainstream, their infectious beats and fiery performances captivating audiences far and wide. But it was Afro-Cuban jazz that truly embodied the fusion of cultures. This genre, an intoxicating blend of African rhythms, Latin percussion, and American jazz, created a sound that was fresh, innovative, and irresistible. It was in this vibrant milieu that Pete Rodriguez emerged, a musician who would come to epitomize the spirit of the golden age of Latin music. Rodriguez, a son of the Bronx, brought a new flavor to the music scene with his Boogaloo classic, I Like It Like That. This song, with its catchy rhythm and irresistible chorus, became an anthem of the era. It captured the essence of a time when Latin music was breaking barriers, merging cultures, and creating a global dialogue through music. Rodriguez's I Like It Like That was not just a hit. It was a statement that Latin music had arrived and was here to stay. It was a celebration of a genre that had found its voice, its rhythm, and its place on the world stage. And just like that, Latin music was no longer a hidden gem, but a global sensation. The golden age had dawned, and Latin music was ready to dance its way into the hearts of millions around the world. No discussion of Latin music would be complete without the mention of Celia Cruz. A voice that could stir emotions, a persona that commanded respect, and a talent that knew no bounds, Celia Cruz was indeed the queen of Latin music. Born in Havana, Cuba, in 1925, Cruz was the second of 4 children. Her love for music was evident from an early age, and despite the economic hardships of her family, she never let go of her dreams. She started her singing career with the renowned Cuban orchestra, Sonora Matancera, in the late 40s. Her unique voice and charismatic stage presence soon made her a beloved figure in Cuba and Latin America. However, it was her decision to leave Cuba in the early 60s, at the height of her career, that would lead to her global recognition. Settling in the United States, Cruz began working with Tito Puente, a renowned Latin musician. Together, they created some of the most memorable songs in Latin music, including Kimbara, a song that is still a staple in salsa clubs around the world. In the 70s and 80s, Cruz continued to innovate, blending traditional Afro-Cuban rhythms with elements of jazz, funk, and soul. She released over 70 albums in her career, won numerous awards, and sold an estimated 30 million records worldwide. Cruz's performances were a spectacle. Her powerful voice, combined with her vibrant costumes and infectious energy, made each show an unforgettable experience. She was a force of nature on stage, often shouting her signature catchphrase "Azúcar" or "sugar" to energize the crowd. Cruz's music was not just entertainment, it was a celebration of her Cuban roots and a testament to her resilience. Despite facing hardships and exile, she never lost her joy or her love for music. Her songs, full of passion and pride, continue to inspire and move people of all ages. Celia Cruz, without a doubt, left an indelible mark on Latin music. Her legacy continues to thrive, influencing generations of artists and ensuring that the rhythm of Latin music beats on. Now that we've traveled through time, let's explore where Latin music stands today. The rhythms, melodies, and soul of Latin music have permeated pop culture far beyond its roots. It's a vibrant, vital part of the global soundscape, pulsating in the heartbeats of cities and towns worldwide. You can hear its influence in the pop charts, where artists often fuse Latin rhythms with contemporary beats. These modern troubadours are not just carrying on the tradition of Latin music, they're evolving it, infusing it with their own unique styles and flavors. This fusion is a testament to Latin music's enduring appeal and its ability to adapt and thrive in a constantly changing musical landscape. And let's not forget the dance floors. From clubs to dance competitions, the energy of Latin music sets the tempo. Salsa, cha-cha, rumba, mambo, these dances are as popular today as they ever were, and they owe their lifeblood to the rhythm of Latin music. But Latin music isn't just about the rhythm and the dance, it's about the emotion. It's about the passion that fuels the lyrics, the melodies that tug at your heartstrings, the beats that compel you to move. It's this emotional resonance that has allowed Latin music to connect with people from all walks of life, regardless of language or culture. Latin music has also found its way into the world of film and television. Its distinctive sound has provided the perfect backdrop for many a scene, adding depth and color to the storytelling. Whether it's a high-intensity chase scene or a tender moment between lovers, Latin music has the power to enhance the emotional impact. Today, Latin music is more than a genre. It's a global phenomenon, a cultural force with the power to bring people together, to make them feel, and to make them dance. It's a testament to the artists of the past, who laid the foundations, and the artists of the present who continue to build upon them. Indeed, Latin music continues to enchant us with its infectious rhythms and passionate melodies. So, we've taken quite a journey through the history of Latin music. We started at the roots, where African, indigenous, and European influences converged to create a vibrant and dynamic musical tradition. The blend of drums, strings, and voices gave birth to a sound that was as diverse as the people who made it. This was the genesis of Latin music, a genre that was destined to captivate audiences around the world. Then we stepped into the golden age of Latin music. It was a time when the beats of the mambo, cha-cha-cha, and salsa reverberated through dance halls and living rooms alike. This era was also marked by the rise of Pete Rodriguez, whose Boogaloo classic "I Like It Like That" became a defining anthem of the time. His music, infused with the infectious rhythms of Afro-Cuban jazz, exemplified the spirit of innovation and creativity that characterized this period. We then paid homage to the queen of Latin music, Celia Cruz. Her powerful voice and charismatic presence not only captivated audiences, but also broke barriers for women in the industry. Her music, which spanned across several decades, left an indelible mark on the genre and continues to inspire artists to this day. In the present day, Latin music has evolved, yet it continues to hold true to its roots. It's more than just a genre, it's a cultural expression that continues to resonate with audiences globally. Today's Latin artists, while incorporating contemporary styles, carry on the legacy of the past, ensuring that the rich history of Latin music is never forgotten. Throughout this journey, one thing has remained constant: the passion and rhythm that define Latin music. Its influences can be heard across various genres, a testament to its enduring appeal and its ability to transcend borders and cultures. And that brings us to the end of our Latin music journey, a journey full of rhythm, passion, and a legacy that continues to shape music today. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to really immerse ourselves in the captivating world of Latin music. Picture this. You're in a vibrant street festival. The air is pulsing with energy, and in the heart of the crowd, a band starts to play. The rhythm of the congas, the melody of the guitar, and the charm of the trumpets weave together to create a tapestry of sound that is unmistakably Latin. People start to move, their bodies swaying to the rhythm, their feet tapping out the beat. This is the magic of Latin music. It is not just heard, it is felt. It stirs the soul, it moves the body, and it brings people together. Whether it's the seductive rhythm of the salsa, the fiery passion of the tango, or the infectious beat of reggaeton, Latin music has a rhythm for every mood, a beat for every moment. So whether you're a seasoned dancer or a beginner, there's a rhythm waiting for you to discover and a dance floor ready for you to conquer. So why wait? Start grooving to the Latin beat now. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Latin music. If you liked this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Please check out our created playlist, Groove to the Beat Dance Video Playlist, for more Latin music. Also, don't forget to check out our video, 1 Hour Salsa Serenity, a smooth Latin music journey instrumental cafe dance music, for more salsa dance music.